Jedd Fisch was the quarterback's coach in New England, is about the same age as him, developed a relationship with him, and now goes on to bring him in. He was previously the outside linebackers coach with the Patriots for a very long time. One of the best positions on the Patriots from 2020 on was the outside linebackers. It was Matt Judon. It was,
and
oh my
they
God,
loved him. They loved him. They came out today and they were celebrating that he's becoming the new DC at Washington.
The thing that bothered me is that when his name was brought up for defensive coordinator openings for other NFL staffs, everybody clowned this because everybody always does this shit with the, guys that are related to legends, either as players or as coaches. Mm-hmm. But you know what? At the end of the day, this guy has been around football his entire life, and he's a damn good coach. I bet he's going to be a great defensive coordinator. He's going to be an awesome defensive coordinator.
I worry about a lot of things with this.
Why?
Joey's never recruited. He's never been in the living room. And I'm just going to tell you, there's a difference when you walk in a living room as an NFL coach versus a college coach. Because you got to win over mama to allow her to let her son go to school there. I don't know if his personality walks into a room and wins.
I understand that aspect, and I would hope that but here's the only reason why I'm not worried, though, is that, and we said this earlier, Jedd Fisch and most of that staff is very NFL oriented, and they've found ways to succeed. And I actually think that it's an interesting angle to pursue here. The fact that I think in the future, we could see more college teams, as this sport changes, aspire to get NFL coaches to join their staffs because of the professionalization of the sport. It is a completely different measure now to know. One of the things that's always talked about with being an NFL coach is knowing how to manage the personalities in the locker room, guys that are making more money than you or as much money as you, and how they're going to act towards you when you try to give them orders. That is now something that is pushing a lot of college coaches away. I was on the phone with one the other day that had said that it feels very transactional. Maybe having somebody that's used to that world is going to work now. It's a
good point.
I got really distracted because I was looking at so Belichick was at Rutgers. He played the cross there, and he was a long snapper. I'm all in.
Oh my God.
He was on the football team as a backup long snapper.
Jesus H. Is this why you're all in on, you're selling all your stock on Washington again this year?
Oh, yeah. Now that I discovered that, absolutely.
Think he'll be a good play caller. I think it's good for Fisch, who can bring in a guy that he trusts to call defense. All right. I just worry about recruiting. I worry about culture. I worry about some of those things, but we don't know what we don't know. Okay. And I will tell you this, we need to see him out of the shadow of his dad. And it's something that he's got to live up to. Like, we can say whatever we want. He's got to live up to it. Oh, my God.
What, the charity stripe comment that they threw in there? Yeah, I
don't know if it's Josh or...
It's Josh. That's the only thing that I do agree with you on, that is that always comes with having to live up to those expectations. You immediately see Belichick, you're immediately going to hope, oh, this guy is going to be a phenomenal coach as soon as he steps in. And the minute there's shakiness, there's going to be frustration. I mean, look at the Shulas, look at the Lombardis that have coached in the NFL. They haven't really done much. So that's the only thing I will agree, that it could blow up in their faces and maybe not live up to the high expectations that come with it. BetOnline remains your top spot for all of your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL are all in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions, with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to BetOnline today and use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off your first deposit. That is a 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts.